Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I'm Greg Lonergan, in case some of the new folks don't know who I am. But welcome you all, new folks here, and welcome the veteran drivers and aides employees back. And we're gearing up to start our new school year. Thank you guys very much for everything you do. I'm going to turn this over to my staff. They got some important things to discuss. Okay. Got some important information my staff's going to let you know, and we'll get this meeting started and get you guys out and look at your routes and go from there. But thank you and welcome back, and welcome to the new folks.
Morning, everyone. Most of you are aware that we have like a new little stop sign and a 5-mile-per-hour sign, and I want to thank Michelle Remper for suggesting that, and I have a gift card for you.
All right. Now they just have to abide.
Okay, I'm going to try to talk loud here. So, if anybody misunderstands this, just see me after the meeting. But what we really want, you know, it's kind of like a brake check of coming in the yard. You got stuff on your mind. You've been fighting traffic. You got things going on at home, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Just stop there, collect your thoughts, and what we need you to do is continue straight and come down to the right side of that checkered yellow line, which is the grid for the skills test. So what you'll be doing is following all these buses that are backed against the woods. You'll be closer to them as opposed to close to these here. Because somebody opens up their crossing arm, you know, they're not going to be looking for somebody coming down around the corner. So just a couple things. You know, I'm going to be out there. I'm not trying to be a pest. I'm not trying to be a policeman. I'm just trying to keep everybody safe and no one get hurt. So a couple things I'm just going to do. If I see you and if I go like that, that means you're probably going a little faster than you should. And if I go like that, we're good. So just so we all understand that. Have anybody any questions about that? Thank you. Couple of areas where we want to be careful. We've mentioned this in many, many meetings. When you're crossing Benfield, heading back here to the yard, as soon as you get across Benfield, we want to start thinking about getting in the left lane. Even at traffic light, where the medical offices are and the ramp coming northbound off 97. Just get in that left lane. You know, hurrying and being in the right lane and speeding down through there is only going to get you back here a minute sooner. So just please be safe there. Another concern's been brought up by the county for us is West Benfield. Okay, the only reason you should have a bus on West Benfield is if you have students to pick up in that community. The only time you should be empty is when you're in there to pick up your first student. Other than that, please, because the county is watching for us and the police are aware, so we just need to stay off of that. If something's going on in Benfield and you need to use that, just please make sure that that's what's going on. We don't want to use that as an excuse. Just one other thing, like when I'm out and about and I'm observing, and we got to be really careful of, this is something that the county taught us way back when we first got certified, and then we did it in training here, is our distance when we're stopped at a red light or a stop sign. We want to be 15 feet behind the vehicle in front of us, or for sure see their tires on the ground. What that does, gives us a safe enough distance. If they break down or something happens, we have enough room to get around them, because we surely don't want to back up. So does that make sense for everybody? So, all right, looking forward to, great seeing you all again, and looking forward to working with you. If anybody has any safety suggestions, like Michelle did, you know, if warranted and we want to be safe here, just let me know and we'll work on it, discuss it, and fix it if we deem it's going to work. So, again, thank you all.
Thank you.
I just want to introduce Sherry's here. Is anybody else here? Is it from the county? You might see her out there.
Cameron's here.
Oh, hey. Come here. So if you guys have anything you wanted to say to anybody, usually Barney or Carol will pop up. Okay. All right. All right, well, welcome back. So I'm going to harp on a little bit more of the yard safety stuff. I kind of bring that up every time. 5 miles an hour in the yard. It's super slow. It's a crawl. Someone can walk next to you and talk to you out of your window. That's how slow you need to be going. Because again, with the way the buses are parked, if anybody's doing their pre-trip or pops out around their stop arm when they're doing their pre-trip, and you're too close to them or going too fast, you're not going to be able to stop in time. I think things have been a lot better, but still not perfect. So we got to get it to perfect.
Mike, we can't hear you.
You can't hear me. I basically said go slow in the yard. All right, your routes, personal vehicle information sheets. So if you haven't gotten it yet, there's still some copies over there of your personal vehicle information form. Basically, we need to know if you got a new vehicle, if you're new to the company, we're getting your vehicle information. It's pretty simple. If your vehicle information is the same and you've already worked here and you've already provided it, you just check off the box that it's already been provided. We're going to utilize that to get the assignments, the parking assignments done. So make sure that you return that to your team lead when we do the breakout where you're going to get your routes from your team leads. So make sure to have it filled out and give it back to them so that basically I'm going to go by that information, just making sure that we get parking spots where they should go.
Should we put them in their box?
No, just hand them to them. You're going to meet with all of them after this anyway. So this is preliminary right now. It's not 100%, but basically the paved spots are likely going to be assigned, and the gravel spots are going to be first come, first served. That's likely how it's going to be, but I'm not saying that's definitely how it's going to be. Fort Meade badges, if you look over your route and you are not 100% sure if you currently have a Fort Meade badge or if it's up to date, make sure if there's any part of your route that takes you on a Fort Meade base, you need to have a Fort Meade badge. So let Julie know right away. If for some reason you don't know if yours is up to date or whatever, we'll just send you down to get another one. Attendance and calling out. Punctuality. So attendance and punctuality. Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to hold questions until the end of my section.
Oh, okay.
So just don't forget it. So being here and being on time is key. Absences and lateness and stuff like that, especially last minute stuff. The trickle down effect is more than you could possibly even fathom, because when you're talking about 50 plus kids on each bus, each route, each day. And not to mention just our general operations that have to, once someone calls out. So the main thing is, if you have to miss work unexpectedly, please try to give us advance notice. Call the call-out line at least an hour in advance, because that gives us time to get coverage squared away so that the kids get picked up on time. When we find out basically after the route was supposed to leave that you're not here, that's a problem. And you can imagine why that's a problem. So obviously being here and being on time has to be the priority, but if for some reason, obviously things happen, but advance notice is definitely makes life a little bit easier. Accidents and collisions, if you're going to the fall and winter in-service meeting, you're going to probably hear about writing accident reports and stuff like that, which I'm glad that they're going to be going over, about getting them filled out properly, because I'm sure Julie, she's the one who kind of deals with that the most, so the headache of making sure that those are done properly kind of rests with her. So big thing is, if you're involved in a collision, do not move the bus. Unless there's a cop right there telling you to move or whatever, do not move the bus. Call us immediately. And the easy part is you call us and we're going to walk you through the rest of the process. So just do not move the bus. Don't go to your next stop and be like, oh hey, I clipped mirrors with somebody and then I dropped the kids off at school. Don't do that. If you clip mirrors with somebody, stop the bus and call us. The accident reports. This is huge. We have to submit them to the county within 24 hours, which means if it happens in the morning, we need your accident report before you leave for the afternoon route. If it happens in the afternoon, we need it no later than like an hour after your next morning's route. So obviously, it'd be best if you just fill it out and turn it in that evening. But if for some reason you gotta take it home, fill it out at home, give it to us first thing in the morning, or at latest, sit down and get it done and turned in right after your morning route that next morning. We get fined if we don't turn them in on time. Special stops. We go over this probably every year. Do not create stops that don't exist. You have to go by the route squares that are current right at this moment, and it's on your route sheet that way. You have to go by the route sheet at first. If you see a better way, take that to your team lead. They can work with the county to get authorization to either change or add a stop that might make sense. The stop might not be there for a reason, and when we circumvent that and do it anyway, that creates a problem. Not only that, it's a liability for you and the company to stop at an unauthorized stop, because if something happens at that stop, the county's gonna be like, oh, you stopped at an unauthorized stop, so now they're not involved. And then they're coming after you personally and the company. So basically, you cannot do that stop until it's fully approved for you to do it, and it's on the route square, it's on the website, all that. So, yeah, that's a big one. Route sheets and updating your route sheets. So obviously, first day of school, it may not be perfect. We're going based off of the route squares that we have and the best directions that we can come up with, or whatever past practice was. That doesn't always mean that it's accurate. So as soon as you find out that there's updates that need to be done to your route sheet, please let your team lead know so they can get it updated in the system. Probably a few weeks in, once the dust is settled from things changing, from students deleting and all that kind of stuff, a few weeks in, we'll set up route review times for you to come in and meet with your team lead to review the route. After that meeting, we expect that the route's perfect, that we can send a sub-driver out there with no experience on the route or the area and be able to run the route without an issue. So that would be the expectation. And then after that, obviously, if something changes, or whatever, if something changes on the route after that, just make sure you let your team lead know. Reporting bus issues, so make sure you're writing up all bus issues, any bus issue you have that's a mechanical issue, make sure you're writing that up on your timesheet. But just know, and I think sometimes people don't think about this, when you put the timesheet in at the end of the night, and then you come in the first thing in the morning, the timesheet that you just put in there that night is still sitting in there. It's not getting pulled out until a little bit after that in the morning. So if it's an out-of-service issue or something like that, you need to verbally tell either team lead, management, somebody in the office verbally, so that we can let the shop know, so that they can get that, either pull it out of service or get it repaired, before it goes out again. But just, and then also, if you verbally tell someone, just make sure you're also putting it on your timesheet. So the bus cleanliness and the clean bus bonus, we're still going to be cool with drivers either splitting it or giving it to their bus attendant. But ultimately, the driver's responsible for the cleanliness of the bus to get the bus bonus. So we have a new form. So see Julie, once you get it within the first week or two, whatever, and you've worked it out with your bus attendant, that you're going to do any kind of split or give it to them, and then they're essentially responsible for that, or share the responsibility. Just get with Julie to fill out the form so that we make sure when the payroll comes up for the bonuses that it's getting given to the proper person. Route changes. So a handful of routes changed completely, like totally different schools, different areas. Then some routes changed just pieces of them that are that are completely different. So just to know that the county's trying to align their routes back up to the portals that they were originally assigned to. So that's kind of what happened there and why there were some major changes on a handful of routes. So I just want to make sure you knew that and you're aware, so that when you get your route and it may be very different, that's probably why. That's pretty much all I have. So I know Vaughn has first question. So
I
go
got a
ahead.
serious question.
Yeah.
Since we all here, and aides included, now, you'll say that Fort Meade is covered through the company, right? So why wouldn't it be, somewhat mandatory that we all get a pass, whether we do Fort Meade or not?
We
get a
have-
badge for that area.
Because
we might fill in.
Right, I
and
know,
not know it.
I know, and they, we have tried that before too, and what happens is that like, maybe 25% of the people actually go there, and then what happens is that we send 100% of people to get the badge, and then it just expires, and then then they don't think about it again or whatever, because they're not going in that area. So if you want one, you can certainly get one.
Yeah, I would, even if I don't go to Fort Meade the entire year, I'd rather have one.
Just
So
in case.
If I end up going to that base, I won't be sitting outside that gate.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. If you, especially if you are interested in doing extra work, field trips and stuff like that too, if you want to get a Fort Meade badge, just see Julie, and I mean, it's a pretty quick process, so, yep. Any other questions on anything that I went over specifically?
I don't have a badge, they use my license.
Yeah, mine, they did that to me too. If they're,
That's what I use when I go to work.
yeah, so if their machine is not working, they're just gonna put it on your license, so they'll scan your license. But then you have to kind of keep track of when the expiration is, because you won't know unless you put a reminder in there or something.
But I asked him, I went this morning, he wasn't gonna give me a badge, but I asked him.
And they gave it to you?
You gotta ask for it. If you don't ask for it, they no longer give it.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, well, there you go. So if you want a physical badge and you don't want to have to wonder when it expires, then make sure you ask for one. So, I did not know that, thank you.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Any other questions on what I went over before we move on? Okay. It's all you? Yep.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back.
Morning, Dee.
For those new people, I want to introduce myself. I'm Dee. I'm the operations manager.
Hi, Dee.
Hi, guys. I hope everyone had a wonderful summer, and I know it wasn't long enough, but we're back. I just wanted to bring up a couple of things. Reiterate as far as what Mike said about, the special stops. Please, please, please do not make special stops. Even if it's only like 2 houses up, we still need to get approval. I'm not sure whether Skip brought up the whole, where the lanes merge here on Veterans? You did. Oh, you did, okay, sorry. Remember, move over to the left as soon as you pass over Benfield. Don't wait till West Benfield, merge over. Even if there's traffic, please merge. The sooner the better. Extra work, for those of you who are interested in doing sports trips during the week, in the evenings, and on Saturdays, your team leads can give you a extra work form. Please fill that out so that way I know who is available and willing to do the extra sports trips. And we'll try our best to assign sports trips evenly as possible. And spare buses, just remember, if you're in a spare bus, please remember to sweep the bus, empty the trash, and fuel it after you use it. Every time, even though you might have only used it that morning, please just fuel it up, because everybody's gonna have the same mindset, well, I only used it for half a day, so I don't need to fuel it up. But remember, somebody else is gonna have to use that bus, and it's not fair for them to get in a bus that's almost empty, so.
Let me tack on to that real quick. That specifically with the spare buses, we'll be very paid attention to this year. We've come up with a solution to keep an eye on that specifically, so just be aware of that. It's gonna be watched.
Define spare buses.
The ones that are not assigned to routes.
Well, we use last bus, their buses, spare the spare buses.
What?
The regular buses, when you have use minus one that's not here, half the bus not fuel, and they're out of trash, and I don't touch nothing. It's not fair for
Okay, and for the regular route, for your regular route buses, every driver should fuel their bus up every other day. We have a green, a blue dot and red dot. Every other day, your bus should be fueled up. Every day, your bus should be swept and the trash should be emptied. We do have raccoons and cats that hang around the yard. If you do not empty your trash every night, the raccoon's gonna get on your bus and carry your trash all over your bus and do nasty things on your bus.
And they'll carry it to other buses, clean buses.
They're smart little things.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, any questions other than that? Yes, on.
With the designated stops. Okay, all right, I understand you guys talking about a liability. All right, now, I'll say this much. There's a road out there right now that still doesn't have a road sign on it. All right, let's go up Sully to Tickneck.
Okay.
Okay? When you get up to Prince, what is that? We don't know. I know you don't know. And you won't know because you won't see the sign. And the only reason I knew the road on that route is because I did it years ago.
Crystal Palace.
Okay.
I think somebody did that.
Okay, if there are roads where like the limbs are hanging over street
No,
signs.
it's no limbs.
I know, wait, let me explain. There is a hazardous condition form. Fill that out. If there is a street where there is no sign whatsoever, make a note on that on your route sheet so that we can put it on the route sheet to say, okay, the next left after this road, or the next left after this.
Well, does that cover the same day that you're going to that road? You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
Okay, all right.
But we have no
But if it's missing, look, fill out the hazardous condition report. We turn that into the county so they can get a street sign out.
Right, so if somebody misses, not by their fault.
That's fine. But
Yeah,
we
that's
don't have-
that's
we can't-
extenuating circumstances.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just can't control every street sign, every turn. That's why we rely on you all to update your routes. And please make sure all your routes are updated. This first week, everybody knows, we're gonna get phone calls, the bus is late, the bus is late. We know this. It's a new year. Make notes on your route sheet of any changes, anything different that needs to be made, and give it to your team lead, and the team lead will update the form.
Okay, right, so we're not the county.
Right.
But what I'm saying is the whole season, I go over there in Princess, when I go to make the right one, what is that, Princess? There's not a physical sign. I could have went straight up Tickneck and went up the mountain road.
Right.
And I'm not speaking for me, but I'm saying years ago, I'm talking about going back to like 2010. The only reason I remember that street is because I didn't know the piece back then, not this year.
Like I said, we do the hazardous.
And when you're running that route, and I'm looking, I said, well, the sign's still not there. This is years ago, that sign's still not there.
Do a hazardous condition form, and we will get it to the county so that they can put a street sign there so that everybody will know where to turn.
Okay,
Like I said, we
and
can only
that would
control.
also cover new neighborhoods and new street names, wouldn't
Right,
it?
right,
Okay. Because some of them do change and some of
Yeah.
them aren't on maps,
right,
so.
right. And, right.
All right, anything else? Good, Joan?
There's no accountability at this time.
Oh.
If people are gonna continue to call out, if people are gonna continue to have access to these buses and not turn it in, because there's scratches on the buses that were not there, people are gonna continue to do it. If they're gonna keep calling out, time after time, and not have a legitimate excuse, then, you've got to reprimand people. That's not the way you're.
We can't discuss employee reprimands, so you wouldn't know what we are doing.
All I know is everybody stands up here and they start talking about people calling out short periods of time, blah, blah, blah. And then when it's still the same thing. So
Thank you all so very much, and just keep in mind you are carrying a precious cargo. And remember to keep your speeds down. It is not a race. That's right. Coming back to the yard after you drop your last student off in the afternoon, we know you want to get out of here. You want to get home. But please remember, take your time and pass with caution, merge with caution. And remember, this is a merge. It's not a zipper. Right there at the highs, the people do not have to let you open. Right.
Okay, everybody good? Hi everybody, welcome back. Hi Julie. So, I wonder if you guys know that we have 12 new
You gotta
drivers.
stand up closer because you're quiet.
And scream.
Oh, okay, they're telling me to scream. Get him, Julie! We have 12 new drivers that are starting this year. If you don't know my name, you got problems. Jesus. And they're in various stages. Most of them are not here today yet because, you know, they're just coming aboard. Chad Cruz is our newest member. Yay. Welcome. We also have 3 new aides, and they're in class. Sorry. We also had a new aide that started this summer, Allie Johnson. I know you guys didn't meet her unless you were working the summer, but she's here now. Welcome. All right, welcome, Allie. So Fort Meade badges, what Mike said is true. The thing is I have to know your height, your weight, and your eye color to fill out the form. It's just better if you know that up front so you can just give me that information, or else I gotta call you and go, hey, you needed a Fort Meade badge, but I need this, this, and this. Everybody knows I need that now, so please just give that to me. I'm not trying to get on your nerves, but that's what they require. And we can't keep those. Those are sent to the county, they sign them, and then somebody has to go pick them up. I can't give you your form, because they're not signed. I mean, I can make it, but they're not signed, so it has to go that way, sorry. That's the way it works. It usually takes a little bit. And what he said is true. If it is on your driver's license, you need to make a note in your calendar because you will not know when it expires, and neither will I. And if they will make you a hard copy, that would be the best. Okay. Oh, I wanted to talk about this. If you guys need letters, personal letters for whatever reason, you're off this summer, you're coming back, whatever. I can't just stop everything I'm doing right then and make you guys a letter. But if you tell me, I will write it down and I will try to make sure you get it that same day, okay? I usually will fold it up, put it in an envelope, and put it in your mailbox. So that's usually where it is. And the accident reports, he's right. I have to turn those in within 24 hours, and if not, we are fined. And it's not a little fine, it's a lot. So that's not a good place to be. So fill them out entirely. And if you have any questions, come talk to me. I know that there has been instances where insurance companies are calling you. Don't talk to them unless you talk to me, because we don't know which insurance company it is. It could be ours, it could be the county's, it could be the other person's. We don't want to give the other person's any information. They need to go through the county if it was on a county route to get that information. You don't want to talk to them and say something that could make you responsible in some way, shape, or form, okay? Does anybody have any questions for any HR related things? No. Okay, have a great year.
So I want to welcome Tara to the company. She's, go ahead.
Yes, Ms. Jeanette.
Yep.
Yes, we will be doing Bank a Day. We have not made the new form yet, but we are still doing Bank a Day. And it's 2 a month unless Mike changed that. So it's 2 a month, okay?
All right, now I'm going to welcome Tara.
Yeah.
She's going to be doing all the finance stuff, so invoicing, the stuff that you guys don't have to worry about, but also payroll. So she'll be the payroll contact moving forward. But Julie still has access, so if there's like little quick things you need, you can always ask, or me, or whatever, you can ask if you're checking on your hours or something like that, something easy like that. Everyone can still do, or we can all still do. But primarily entering and processing payroll and stuff, Tara's gonna be doing, so. Welcome.
I'm Tara. Like I said. I've seen a lot of you. A lot of you I haven't seen before. I am Mike's wife, so nice to meet you. I'm here. I have a background in healthcare management, but I also have a degree in business and finance. So I'm really excited to be here. I just started in July, so a lot of the questions I might be finding out with you through Mike and through Julie. The only big announcement that I have is with timesheets. I'm just requesting, very strongly requesting, that you turn them in by close of business every Friday if you want it on your time card. So I will be physically in the office 3 days a week, but I will always be available via email or phone. 2 days a week I will be working from home, but I'll be available on those days. So I think that's it. Thank you.
Team leads, you got anything to bring up in general? It's yours, ma'am.
Sorry. Good morning, everyone. I'm a little stuffy because sinus isn't happening. So, the biggest thing that we dealt with last year was routes. If you go if we're gonna route it out like you said, one way. If you get out there and be like, this don't work for me, I know this a way. Come and tell us, and we can sit down and fix it. I did talk to Mike about, in like a couple weeks, we'll try to sit down with each team lead to go over your route, one-on-one in the middle of the day. So you will get with your team lead, y'all pick a date to sit down, 5 minutes mainly, because you can make notes on your routes and just be like, here, Dee, this is what, I want to do this, I want to go this way, whatever, and then we can change it. Because we've seen a lot of situations last year where we was out there and the kids start screaming. We got calls saying that the driver kidnapping them. I mean, seriously. So that was the biggest thing. Yeah, we have to still go through the county, but let's sit down and work it out. So Anne-Marie is not here. She will be out for the next 6 weeks.
Oh. Did she have a baby today?
She's in the hospital today.
Oh, I didn't know.
So with that being said, please listen. Tammy, which will be me today, because Tammy is not here, I will see all her drivers, along with bus 62 driver and 454. Sherby is not here today, she's in class. Keisha will see all her drivers, along with bus 166 and 239. Dina, along with her drivers, will see 173 and 223. Kim is actually in the team lead office working on some routes that we had some last minute changes on 4 of her routes as of yesterday, so she's trying to get them fixed to get to y'all today. She will see her drivers along with 329. And that's it, right? Oh, Shemaine. Shemaine will see all her drivers along with 401 and 458. And y'all have any questions for me? Yeah. Oh. I'm sorry.
So if you want each of us to stand up and say the numbers, the bus of the people on our teams that we have right now. Okay. If that will help.
Well, it might be better when we break out. So if you know your team lead, go to your team lead. If you're not 100% sure, kind of hang back, and I can come around, or I can get somebody to come around and let you know what your bus number or who your team lead is, basically.
Hold on for 1 second. So another thing, starting this school year, starting on Monday, dispatch is trying something new. We're going to 2 people on dispatch in the morning. Please be patient with us. We're asking that you don't just walk in a dispatch office, take your key, or just come in there or try to overtalk someone if we're talking to someone at the window. We're trying this and it's going to be new, so please have some patience with us. Okay.
I do have one question.
Okay.
It says Anne Marie's out with a miracle. Who do we report to?
Do you know what route?
I'm standby.
You're standby.
Just
And
report
I'm
to
under
dispatch.
Anne Marie.
Just
Just
report.
report to dispatch.
Okay.
Oh, my bad. The route and the route group, you said if there's a better way. All right. Sometimes in that route, you don't have a better way. You have to go because the road's closed. There was a tree there. I got to the last route on Sully, I had to turn around and go all the way back.
That's when
down.
you stop, you call dispatch, and you let them know so we can notify the county.
Either way, that's a one-on-one thing. So,
Right.
but we gotta keep it with the whole
That's
group.
just one. But the other thing is, once you get to know your route, since we have to follow that route by so much, what about when we come out that school and we know some of them kids ain't there and we automatically know their stops?
Yeah, that's fine.
Short that
Yeah,
route.
yes, yeah, that's fine.
Thank you.
He was saying this actually is pertinent. If you have kids that you know are not on the route a certain day, you don't have to just follow the route. You can shortcut it and drop them off. Don't go through the route for no part of the route for no reason. There's no so if you know if they're not there, you can skip over that area. A couple things before we finish up. Did you have more team lead stuff?
Crystal is not here. D is getting the CSP routes now.
Okay. So C, D for the CSP routes?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so if you're Chesapeake Science Point, C, D, she'll have the routes. Couple things that I forgot to mention. When you're fueling up, make sure you're staying with the pump the whole time. Don't just leave it and walk away. And to try to prevent fuel spills. And once it fills up and tops off, stop. Don't keep fueling. Don't top off the fill tube or anything like that, just stop. Other thing is, as far as doing write-ups, specifically for like air conditioning and heaters, make sure the forms are over on the desk, the table over here by the entrance door. Fill out the heater and AC forms because they need specific information to diagnose the issues and get them fixed. Otherwise, they're going to call you. We're going to have to call you and kind of try to chase down when you just write on the sheet that AC doesn't work or heat doesn't work. There's some specifics that can help expedite that process. Get more?
I forgot to welcome back Miss Jeanette. We're so happy to have you back, Miss Jeanette.
So before you break out to your team leads, are there any final questions that are good of the group? Good. All right. We got one last thing.
Good morning, everybody.
Hold on, wait. We're gonna do one last thing. We always usually end the meeting with this.
Okay.
Oh,
I'll make this real quick. 15 years ago, my first route was filling in for a young man who was not feeling well. His name was Wardell Weems. Unfortunately, he passed away. So we've created a fund here that a lot of people are participants in, and as we all know, we can all fall on hard times, and if there's people contribute $20 a paycheck, a lot of people just $1 a paycheck, but if you feel it in your heart that you want to be a part of that, and it could actually even affect you. There's people like in the wintertime that maybe can't pay their gas and electric bill, and they go to Mike and we'll pull the money from those funds. So you can see me after the meeting, and again, don't feel any pressure to do it, but it could affect you and affect your team. And there's some people that say, well, gee, I put money in, but I never have to take it out. Well, that's fine. That's a blessing that you helped somebody in need. Okay, so if you're interested, just please come see me. If you want to think about it, I'm here. I'm going to be here every morning and every afternoon. But if you want to become a part of a very wonderful thing, it would be great. So thank you all.
One thing they didn't mention in this meeting was assigned seating. It's not a request for you to do the assigned seat, it is mandatory. and say you have an accident or you break down or anything happens, the police come to the bus, they can find your contractor $100. So within the first 2 weeks of school, please have a seat and chart. Even if they sit in the same seats every day, you can just hand back a clipboard and have them sign their name. That's all you need to do. So when they get on there, the police have the chart and they can take a picture or anything. But please have an assigned seat and chart.
Thank you. Thank
All right, we got, Keisha's got something to bring up.
Okay guys, this is mainly for the drivers, and this is new this year, but the mechanics want to make sure you all are ready to go on Monday. So after you see your team leads and get your assignments, would you please grab your keys, go outside and start your bus up, check your gauges, look at it for any lights or anything. If there's anything, somebody please just come see me. You can peep your head, come through the main office and come through the back. I'm sitting at a table, or you can tell one of the team leads if it's easier. Just let us know so that we can try to take care of it this week so that you all will be ready on Monday. Wait to start, check engine lights, any of that. Let us know, okay? Have a good year.
Thank you. If we have a new round, can you write it today?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's the purpose. That's the main purpose.
You are my last. I did. They didn't see
Sure are. You're under Kim. She's out. She's working on routes now. So I don't know if you can do dispatch.
I caught this as it fell off.
Oh, thank you.
I left the cake.
Okay. Thank you.